Hi everyone, it's Artlovespaper here, and today I'm going to be painting a portrait of my cockatiel Kier to hang above his cage. So I started out by sketching my idea on this piece of wood before I got painting, to give me a better idea of what I'm doing before I go in with the paintbrush. I then went over the sketch in white acrylic to give the colours of the paint a better base. I find this helps the colours pop a lot more, which is especially helpful because I'm considering using a lot of yellow, which obviously doesn't show through very well on cream coloured wood. So yeah, I went ahead and did this. I know the camera doesn't show it very well, but you can still see the light sketch underneath, so there was still a point in doing the sketch underneath, and I wasn't just painting blind. But yeah, as you can see, I can see where I'm meant to put the beak here, and you can kind of see the eye popping through, and there's the wings there too and everything. So I really do recommend sketching before you're going in straight with acrylic. So one of the things I love most about cockatiels is their little crest on their head. The bright yellow crest, which I think is adorable and shows so much personality in each bird. They move the crest up and down if they're different moods, etc. And our favourite thing about Kier especially is he has one feather that kind of droops down like a little cool fringe, and of course it's obviously super adorable. Another wonderful thing about cockatiels is they have this really beautiful patch of orange on their cheeks that makes them look like they're blushing all the time. You can see me painting it here, and it's so cute and it just makes them look so friendly and happy, which of course is the personality of a cockatiel anyway. As we found with our bird, he's just always singing along, chatting away, singing peekaboo to himself all the time. So yeah, this seems very apt. While I'm just painting in the details here, I'll tell you about a rather embarrassing but wonderful ending of a story that's recently happened to us about Kier. So Kier recently escaped and flew away, and obviously if you know anything about birds and that they have wings, you'll understand that this is, it's almost impossible to get them back. They could fly anywhere, fly for miles and miles and miles, and obviously we were heartbroken that he'd flown away. However, after much searching and being extremely diligent on Facebook groups in local communities, after a couple of days, we managed to track him down in a nature reserve miles away from our house. Drove all the way there, and long story short, after setting up a picnic in front of him in a tree and pretending to eat his seed, he came down to us and we managed to catch him in a hat and a blanket, and we had the joy of carrying him in a birdcage from a nature reserve all the way home as a walk of shame. And it's not a short walk, it was like a 40-minute walk all the way back home to the car, with people being like, why are you giving your bird a walk? And having to explain, oh my goodness, no, we've lost our cockatiel and we finally got him back, and people just couldn't believe it. But the best thing about this was how happy it made people just hear that we'd got him back, and the community spirit was just absolutely amazing. So it's even better to know he's back, and he's got so many new toys, and he's just getting extra cuddles and love, even if we couldn't love him anymore. But no, we're so happy to have him back. So back to the painting. As you can see, I'm just finishing up here, adding the final details, the eye shine, the nostril and the beak, the tiny little feathers, using some dry brushing to have that feathered look to the grey areas and around his crest. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I managed to capture his smile that he always has. But there was something about this that wasn't feeling too defined, so I tried to add some white highlights, and then I went ahead and left it for a bit. Moving on to the text next to him, just to take a break from it. A lot of times with art, if you're struggling with something, it's really good to just take a step back and not look at it for a while, or focus on a different part of it, because that fresh perception you have on an element of your work it's invaluable, and it can really help to just see the bigger picture. For the text, I'm honestly no expert in calligraphy. I simply googled fancy fonts or calligraphy fonts and looked at I can copy that one, and if I just change it a bit then it'll suit what I want to do. That's basically what I did here, and I went in with a fine liner to do the text because there was absolutely no way I was going to be able to accomplish that with my dodgy paintbrushes that are way too thick for that task. But I definitely should have used a calligraphy pen of some sort if I really wanted to get that desired effect. But I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, and I think for doing it on wood, which is obviously a textured surface, it turned out very well. I'm really happy with how the colours all tie in, especially on the flowers with Keir and his rosy orange cheeks. I should note, for the centre of the flowers with the white dots, I used a Posca paint marker, which is perfect for dotting, and although I don't use them too much when it comes to doing small dots like eye shine, etc., I find it really useful. So now I'm just going in with a orange outline around Keir, just to make him stand out a bit more on the wood and look more defined. Especially from a distance, you want to be able to notice the portrait against the cream coloured wood more easily, definitely. And I was nervous about doing this at first because obviously it's quite nerve-wracking. You don't want to ruin what you've done, make it look too cartoony or anything, but no, I'm really happy I did it and took that leap. I think with a painting, it's definitely difficult to know when to stop or when it's finished, but I tend to really just go with gut instinct when working out when things are finished or not. For instance here, I really didn't feel like a lot of the features were defined enough without the fine lining. And obviously the Posca pen makes another appearance to give a final shine to the beak. And here it is done. Tried to show it to Keir. He got scared of it at first, so I had to stand a bit away, but I think he likes it. And I hope you do too. Thank you so much for watching. See you again!